and today we're at the substation with Robin. Robin is a certified yoga instructor, and we're gonna talk a little bit about her business, and she's our guest today, and we're super happy to have her. We are super thankful for you giving us this interview because we know you're super busy and all over the place here in El Paso. Robin, we want to ask you, how did you start doing yoga?
I started doing yoga about 20 plus years ago. So basically, I've always been into health and fitness, and I was pregnant with my second child, and somebody said you should do pregnancy yoga, and I did, and I loved it. I really loved how there was a physical aspect to it, but there was much more of a calming. And I actually used what I learned in my class when I had my daughter.
Oh, right.
So I kind of found like it was, and that was sort of the moment that I was like, I really enjoyed yoga, and I started taking classes, not all the time, but I started taking it and started introducing it to my other physical practice. Yeah.
Got it. And from there, you decided to take your certification?
That was about 5 years ago. So about 5 years ago, I was actually starting a master's program, and I saw an ad for yoga and to become a yoga instructor. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like a lot of fun. It seems like something I could do and I would enjoy doing, and I could teach yoga while I go to school. Yeah.
And from there, you decided to open your own business.
Yes, and so I started off actually doing free community classes, and I did classes at the MSU, UTEP, and I did private lessons. So I did a lot of private lessons, and then I did a lot of like free community classes, and I really enjoyed it. And then I actually worked at UTEP, and then when I was working this desk job, I kind of missed teaching yoga all the time, and I kind of sat down and tried to figure out how can I make this into my business.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's one of the best things for me, and what really makes me feel good as a person is when somebody comes to me and they say, thank you. I needed that. I feel so much better. And then when they come and then they start taking the classes consistently and they tell me, I sleep better now. They start to feel physically better.
Yes.
They're changing who they are. And then family members will say things like, you didn't go to yoga this week, because it changes people's personalities as well. And I think that, to me, makes me feel good that I can offer this opportunity for people to kind of let go of everything that's going on in their life, and it's just about you.
Yeah, it's like throughout all this process of you opening your business, because you have your studio, did you face any challenge that you were like, oh my goodness, like making you think twice but you still wanted to do it?
Yes. Definitely. I think all business owners go through this. All businesses, doesn't matter small, big, you kind of go, what did I get myself into?
Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, and I think I think life is like a yoga practice. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be hard, you're gonna be like, why? When is this gonna end? Like, oh, it's fantastic, I think for me the hardest part is El Paso is still really new to yoga, like accepting it, and that's exciting in a lot of ways when you can offer something to somebody and they're like, wow, I really love this. But a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions, and men are like, I'm a man, I can't do yoga. The one thing I hear all the time, I'm not flexible, I can't do yoga.
Like that comes with the practice.
It comes with the practice. And I always say, when you sign in for yoga, I've never had in there, are you flexible? It's never in there. Yoga's accessible for everybody. Sometimes I will suggest, come for a private lesson. Let me answer your questions. Let us find the modifications you might need for yourself. And do that. Obviously, you need to be mindful and not do a class that's not appropriate for you. But it really comes down to just moving your body and being happy. So finding that, letting people know that this is actually a good thing for you, and it's accessible to everybody. Kids, adults, seniors, it's good for everyone. It's just finding the right class. And I think that's the biggest challenge.
I know that you're very active in our community,
Yes.
doing all sorts of projects and classes and events. Do you want to talk to us about what you have going right now?
So I think one of the biggest things that I have learned and other people have learned is that yoga is a great way to have an event. It's a healthy way. It's sort of like, hey, you know, come and feel good. And check out my business while you're doing it. And it's really accessible to all businesses. Yoga doesn't take a lot of space. You know, we all have our own mat. So that's another thing too. And then you don't have to get tables and stuff. So it's a great way to invite people into your business.
This season, you're going to be here at the substation on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
At 7 for $3. Tuesdays, 7 for $3.
Yes.
All right.
And it's really cool because a lot of the stores have gotten together and they offer discounts.
All right.
So currently there's a 210.
All right.
And they're doing 50% off of their coffee and their tea. And they're going to extend their hours. So like after you do your yoga practice, you're welcome to go over there and get a nice tea. Or if you're like me, you'll get a coffee. And then also the station has Tuesdays, of course, tacos.
Taco Tuesday.
For $1.
Nice.
And then the Happies, which is right around the corner from there, they were doing this last time 25% off their drafts and wine.
Ooh.
So you cannot do that before the yoga though.
No, it's after.
After yoga. After yoga.
And for how long have you been living here in El Paso?
So I've been in El Paso for 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah, 9 years. It's been an experience. It was very hard in the beginning because I was so used to being surrounded by water. I felt like Lowe's was going to put my face up at the Lowe's station because I would buy plants and then they would die.
Oh,
you know, and I was like, oh man, you know.
What's happening?
I was like, I was used to just putting something in the ground and it grows, you know. So it was a learning experience. But as I think home is where you make it. And I think and there's so many places to go and check out, and El Paso is growing. It's insane how it's growing, and you have like these really cool places like the substation who really embrace you know, the art, the culture, and they really, like with artists and stuff, they have like amazing things here. It's just like you can't go around a corner like without finding something really cool to look at.
Exactly.
And I love that. You know, I think that's fantastic. It makes
What is your favorite thing about El Paso?
Oh, the mountains.
The mountains.
The mountains and the people.
Oh.
You know, I love the mountains and the people, and I think I love doing these outdoor classes because I feel like we can be more into nature, and anytime I can find a yoga class that allows us to have a scenic view of the mountains, I'm happy.
That's awesome. Okay, so you were mentioning that you are at the Forge Factory.
Yes.
You are
Sundays.
at Sundays. Más y menos.
Saturdays.
The substation.
Tuesdays.
And Posh parties.
Wednesdays.
All right, and then scattered like a Nuda boutiques with Mabel.
Yeah, it's going to be like a monthly event, and then Salt Air, we're going to be starting that up. We're going to be doing another event class this month, and we'll probably be doing it on a regular basis.
Yes.
Starting in May, it'll be on a regular basis,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're looking at doing kid classes too.
Nice.
You're
gonna be busy. What's in store in the future for Robin?
The future for Robin. So I am finishing up my 300 hours.
Whoop, whoop.
I know. It's a lot of work. And that's like, so I'll have 500 hours, and with that, I will be teaching people to become yoga teachers.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I really love empowering people, and you know, and saying, you know what, this would be something that you can pass on to other people, or just for yourself. Some people want to become yoga teachers, but they just want to go through the process and do it for their own self, you know. And I think that's important, and to kind of like, pass that love on, because I think that being a teacher is a blessing.
It is.
And it's also something that you can share with others, and everybody has a different way to teach.
True.
And we all connect differently. We all have that favorite teacher, and
signature,
I like
like I get you.
And everybody like that's the athletic teacher. You want to sweat, you take her class. It's like that's the teacher that's gonna make you leave going.
That's a hippie one.
That's the hippie one. That one's always gonna have you sage down, But I think everybody has a different way of teaching.
Yeah.
Everybody has something to offer. Everybody has a class that they do better.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that we need to support each other, and I think the more we support each other and the more we lift each other up, the better our world is. You know.
Yeah.
Businesses supporting businesses.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for giving us the time in this interview.
Thank you.
We're gonna put all your social medias and all the events that you're having and hosting and all this stuff on the links below.
Okay.
And thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Robin.
Namaste.
Namaste.